Hello and welcome to today's webinar on coming back to education as an adult returner. Thank you for waiting. We were hoping to wait until other people had managed the connection. My name is Ellie Bradley and I lead the adult returners team here in South Eastern Regional College. We're a team of specialised teachers dedicated solely to those adults returning to college after a number of years out of education. What we hope to do today is to answer some questions you might have about coming back to education and to explain the courses specifically designed for adults. Fiona from our community engagement team is on the chat to answer any questions you might have as we go along or in case you have any technical difficulties. Shirley Moore from Careers is going to explain what the Careers team can help you with as a returner, with Louise in the chat to answer any questions. We will have time at the end as well for any other general questions, but feel free to ask anything as it comes to you. SERC is a college for everyone in our community. We know that people still call us the tech, and we honestly don't mind. Quite truthfully, when pressed about what we do, most of us refer to it as the tech too. But people still think that the tech or the college is only for teenagers, for those just leaving school. And if adults are there, it's only for leisure courses. I have about 400 adult students on courses with academic outcomes who would say otherwise. These adults are here for many reasons, but all are looking to gain something for themselves, to improve their lives and those of their families. Some have had good jobs but want a change, or the job is now unfortunately gone. Some fell into jobs following school, but it's never really lit a fire for them. Others are in jobs they love, but they can't progress because they don't have the right qualifications. Some had children or other caring responsibilities early in their lives and want a new direction. Some did really well at GCSE level, but really wanted a break from school, but are now ready to throw themselves back in to get on that career path. And not everyone who comes back knows what their career plan is. And that's all fine, because that's where we come in. From the career service who will outline their role later, from community engagement to the teaching team to finance and support staff, we are proud to work as a SERC team to help and support you through all the planning and undertaking our courses. Before I talk about the courses, I want to talk about some of the common worries we hear from students. Practically everyone I speak to is worried about being the oldest in the room. Obviously someone will be, but it's usually me. So to answer the will I be the oldest, or am I too old for this? No, you're not too old, and you probably won't be the oldest. And in actual fact, after a week or two in the classroom, nobody even notices age. Our students range from those in their 20s to those in their 50s and beyond. Everyone sitting in our classrooms are there in the same boat, all there for a reason, to learn and get on. And they make friendships which span all ages. And those friendships made at SERC last through other courses, into university, and on for a lifetime. We also know that some of you didn't have the best experience of school, and we know that some of you couldn't wait to leave. As one of my past students once told me, his teachers probably couldn't wait for him to leave either. But here's the thing, your past doesn't define you here. We don't actually care what you were like in school, or even if you spent all of your time up to no good. This is about where you want to go and what you want to be now. And sometimes the reason you might have been disengaged with school could have been because of an additional learning need, which either wasn't recognised or wasn't supported well enough. Every year as a team, We identify students with additional learning needs, such as dyslexia. When we broach it with students, the response we get back is relief that they're not stupid. I'll come back to that word in a minute. Working with our learning support team, we support students through their learning adjustments, working together to succeed. I don't ban much in the course, but calling yourself stupid is one of them. We allow people to say they can't do it if they add yet to it, but you're not allowed to call yourself stupid. Those words don't belong here. And that past student who left school with no qualifications and spent most of his time in detention, who said that his teachers couldn't wait for him to leave, was in my classroom for 3 years. I was sad to see him go because I'd enjoyed teaching him so much. But this year he qualified as a social worker, having completed Restart and Access with us. We don't turn anyone away. When we ask people about past qualifications, we often see their faces drop. Please don't write yourself off because of the past. Maybe you got a good number of GCSEs, maybe you got some, or maybe you didn't get any. It doesn't stop you coming back, and we can find a seat which fits you. And it's our job to help you both find and plan the route from where you are now to the place where you can fulfill that dream. And don't think that because a career you want requires subjects that you don't have, that is the end of the dream. Access and Restart students study everything from biology to maths, to American literature to sociology, from psychology to chemistry, and many others in between. Apart from some pretty bad experiences of being taught maths in the past, most of the subjects are new to people, starting afresh and starting over. As a teaching team, we love our subjects and love teaching, and we want to share that with our students. So many of our students are choosing the next step in their journey because they were inspired by the subjects taught here in SERC. The ones who found science fascinating, the social scientists who want to find out more about people and society. It says a lot about the power of returning to education that 4 of my present teaching team were Access students not that long ago, returning now to the college as team members following various degree programmes, and being able to say, I know exactly what you're feeling, that they too had come to college with no or few qualifications to speak of. We also know that for many adult students considering coming back to education, that this can mean change, not just for you, but for your family and your life circumstances. We know that people worry about childcare while you're studying. There is financial help for that, for those who are eligible for funding. And for those who live close to our Newcastle campus, our creche is due to open in the autumn for students studying within Newcastle campus. And we know that people worry about how they'll cope financially. We have a team of finance officers who can help guide you through the applications for the funding that is available for many returning to education. Many of our full-time students continue to work at least part-time, and the vast majority of our part-time students still work or care for others full-time. Full-time access courses are free, and a full-time access course is 15 hours a week. Restart Education is a free, part-time, 9 hours a week course. We're not telling you that it will always be easy, and there will be days you doubt yourself, but it will be worthwhile. The elephant in the room. People are wondering what is going to be happening in September. When lockdown happened, we moved out of the SERC buildings, but we didn't leave work. We moved lock, stock and barrel online and kept going, the staff team and the students. It's had its challenges and some ups and downs, but we've done it. All of the students have completed their qualifications and our exam boards have happened this week. We're planning now for next year, planning our safe return to our buildings and classrooms and the new normal. There will be a mix of face-to-face teaching in the buildings and online learning when teaching staff will be with you remotely. We know that some people may be worried about their computer skills, but we promise we'll be with you each step of the way, and we'll be introducing you firstly to the platforms we use for teaching and showing you how the classroom can come to you before you'll be expected to join in remotely. I'm going to chat a little bit about the courses that are designed specifically for adults. We assess and interview everyone who comes to us with an application. When we say we interview, we really have a chat about your goals, what it is that you want, and where you want to go next. The assessment is about finding our levels. We always find a seat for people within our courses. Access would be, I suppose, the most recognisable of adult returning courses, sometimes called Access to University. It's a level 3 course, equivalent to 3 A levels. We also have our Restart Education course, part-time 9 hours for people dipping their toe back in again. It's a level 2, what people would call GCSE level. After completion of that year-long course, people move on to other courses in FE, use it to go into employment, or move on to the Access programme, skilled, upskilled, ready to go. Access can be undertaken full-time, which is 15 hours a week. It's generally 4 days. 1 or 2 years. Anybody who comes with a good range of GCSEs can do fast track, which is incredibly stressful, but some people manage it. We also have a part-time evening route for Access, 2 evenings a week on all of the main campuses within SERC. Restart Education is a very growing programme with people coming back to think about what it is they might be and find out things on science and social science, literacy and numeracy, and study skills that maybe they've never touched on before. I'm just going to run you through some student testimonials to give you an idea of the sort of students who come back into SERC and where they now go. Mary came to us onto Restart just to see where she could go. She didn't really like school and was very vocal about the fact that she didn't like school and didn't know if she would be able to cope. She gained academic skills and study skills in the Restart and soon set her sights on the Access course. In her last year of the Access course, Mary stood for and won election as student governor on the Board of Governors for SERC. She's about to enter her final year of adult nursing at Queen's, something that seemed so far out of reach not that long ago, and not bad for someone who came back just to see if she could. We call this picture the Three Sisters, which does make them sound like a mountain range. We often have family members coming back together. Lots of husbands and wives, partners, sisters, brothers and sisters, cousins. Here, one sister started Access after a job in an optician's, having left school at 16 and having her first child at 19. She left us to go on to midwifery and is now a qualified midwife. As she left us, another sister joined Access with the goal of nursing in end-of-life care. A goal she certainly has grasped. The last sister joined Access, stating definitely that she was not for nursing like the other two, but she fell in love with the science aspect and is in Queen's as an adult nurse. Sean was one of the two Cool for School brigade. When his work as a joiner dried up, he didn't have enough qualifications to progress and came to Access with the goal of a degree in agriculture. He hated doing class presentations, absolutely hated them, didn't see the point. Moving from Access to a degree in agriculture at Queen's, he's now the agri-supply coordinator for White's Oats and spends half of his week with farmers in the fields and half doing meetings and, yes, giving presentations. He finally agrees with me that it was good practice. His sister followed his footsteps onto Access and now in her final year is going to uni for a degree in environmental planning. I'm going to pass you over to Shirley Moore, our careers officer and manager in SERC, to talk you through what happens with careers.
Hello everybody. I just want to let you know today a bit about the career service and how we can help you if you're thinking about returning to education. So the career service at SERC is a free, impartial and confidential service. And really the main thing we do is help and empower people to make informed decisions about their future careers. This service can be used as often as you need to use it, and it's available to not just our current students but also potential students and really anybody in the local community who feels that they need some careers advice. We can be contacted in a number of ways. You can phone us or email us, or in the current circumstances we've recently introduced face-to-face online video appointments if that's something that would be of interest to you. So every year the career service help our adult returners in a number of ways, and these are just some examples of the typical career related queries that we deal with. So we can help you with choosing and planning your career. Sometimes our adult returners come to us with an idea of what career they want to do, or others haven't yet figured that out, but we can help you whatever stage you're at. We can help you to access up-to-date careers information, which is very important. Whenever you are making career decisions, you need to have accurate and up-to-date information. We can also help you identify what your options are after your course finishes. We help a lot of students with higher education related queries, so quite a lot of our students that come through Restart and onto Access would like to eventually progress on to university, so we can help with making choices in higher education, but also with all aspects of the UCAS application and writing personal statements. And quite a lot of our students are applying for courses at university that require an interview, so we can help you prepare for that. We can also give you information on taking a year out and perhaps looking for volunteering opportunities as well. We can help you with developing your employability skills and advise you on ways in which you can do that. And then we can also help with all the job searching activities such as doing job applications, building your CV and preparing for interviews. We have a team of 7 career staff right across all of our main campuses. So you can see everybody's little photograph there and their email addresses, and we all have mobile numbers as well. So if you want to get in touch, you can contact us directly. And in addition to contacting us directly, which can be either by phone, email or text, you can also send a query into our general email address, which is just careers@serc.ac.uk, and somebody will pick that up and get back to you. And also just to let you know, we have a careers Facebook page, it's just SERC Careers, and we would really recommend that people follow us on Facebook because we're putting posts on there daily with all the latest jobs and opportunities in the local areas that would be of interest to our students. So thank you very much. And just a reminder, Fiona and Louise are on the chat. If you do have any questions, please feel free to ask. Thank you.
All right, hi everyone, this is Louise here from the Careers Department. So we've had a few questions coming in just regarding the Restart and Access course, which I'm hoping Ellie will be able to answer. So, Restart, do you know what days of the week that would sort of be running in? I know timetables haven't been set for September just yet, but going on last year, is it during the day for Restart?
We have during the day in all of the campuses and little campuses as well. So we're Ballynahinch, we're Newcastle, we're Lisburn, we're Hollywood, we're Bangor, we're Ards, and we're in some community centres, and they're during the day. If we would get enough people, I've been approached for an evening restart in Downpatrick area. If we had enough people who were willing to come in 2 evenings a week to do that, we would certainly look at it. As you say, at the minute, timetables are still a little bit up in the air, but we can generally find a program that will suit people, and we can work around things for on other campuses as well.
Okay, that's great. Also, a few questions just on when part-time courses will be available to apply for on the SERC website. Now, Restart is not available to apply for just yet. And also we've got a few queries about essential skills as well. Mm-hmm. Now, I believe we're actually hoping for those to be released in the next couple of weeks. I was told in and around the 25th, don't hold me to that, but hopefully they'll be coming up soon. Ellie, are you aware of when Restart will be available to apply for?
What we're saying to people at the minute is if that you want to do Restart, but because the application isn't up there at the minute, you can put in an application on our Access full-time. And when we come to interview you, we can note that it's actually for Restart, and we can move you across. You can also contact me on ebradley@serc.ac.uk. If you want to send me a little email, I can follow that up for you, and we can start the conversation about Restart.
That's brilliant. Also, with regards to part-time access, do they just apply for full-time for that also?
Absolutely. If you just we do all the same interviews and the same chats that we have with everybody, because we need to get to know people and where they are and where they want to go, so we can sort that bit out our end.
That's perfect. Okay, just double checking. There hasn't really been any other questions. I think we've sort of addressed any that are there. So if anyone before we finish up has any further questions, please do pop them in the box. But I've put up Ellie's email address there for you. So, you know, if you could think of any questions after this session has finished, definitely contact Ellie, or again, feel free to contact the Careers Department, which is careers@serc.ac.uk. We can advise on all different courses as well. Okay, so if you have any other questions, please do pop them in now. We'll give that a wee minute, okay? Okay, we have another question here about fees for part-time. I believe there are no fees for the Restart program. Yeah, that's correct. So with regards to access, the full-time is free, however, the part-time does have fees. Ellie, what exactly are those fees, do you know?
The fees presently are £560 per year for student. There are some FE grants that can help towards that, and the cost can be spread over a number of months by taking out a finance plan as well. But unfortunately, it's one of those very strange things in FE that full-time courses are free and part-time courses have a fee attached. The only difference to that in college is the Restart education one, as our principal very much believes in giving people a start back into education.
Okay, that's great. Any other questions? Right, got another one here. Are there any essential skills or GCSE evening classes in Bangor or Newtonards? Yes, there are. GCSE classes are available in Bangor only, and they would have fees attached to it. Now, the difference between doing the GCSE and the essential skills is that essential skills level 2 is equivalent to GCSE grade C, which is sort of obviously the highest you can get in that. Whereas if you do GCSE, we only offer English, Maths, or Spanish. The highest you can get is obviously an A star, but both are run in the evening, I believe. Well, the essential skills certainly are, but there's also in Bangor campus a Friday morning class, which ran last year. Now, this is subject to change, obviously, with the new academic year coming. We're not privy to the exact timetables just yet, but last year they ran in the evening, and if you were choosing to do your numeracy and literacy essential skills, they did not clash. They were run on 2 separate nights of the week. So, you know, if you wanted to sign up for both of those, you can do. Keep in mind though, and Ellie will keep me right on this, there is the opportunity to do something called NICATS Maths as part of the Access course, if you do the full-time option. So that is equivalent to a GCSE grade B, I believe.
C if it's up to 70 and B if it's over a 70. And also with the, so I forgot to say, so thank you for reminding me, also attached to the Access course, our students are able to do both their Maths and English GCSE as additionality to the course. And instead of fees, all you pay for that is your exam fee, which this year was £32 for each GCSE. And the Restart course itself is the equivalent of 4 GCSEs at C. So if you haven't got anything, you can also, if you do the Restart course, you can get the equivalence of 4.
Thank you. Okay. Hopefully we've answered many of your questions. I'll just really reiterate the fact that, you know, feel free to contact us directly if you have any questions specific to you, and you know, it be either Ellie's if you're wanting to find out more about Restart or Access, and you can contact Careers with regards to, you know, planning what you might do with the Access course, or even if you have any general questions about either of those courses. Okay, so careers@serc.ac.uk, and I'll maybe type that into the wee box. I know Shirley had spoken about our email address, but I'll type it in here for you, and then you can take a note of it. Okay. Okay. GCSE English in Bangor, Downpatrick and Lisburn, Miles, and all 4 campuses. This would be the essential skills are available across the main campuses, not GCSE, the full GCSE qualification. Those are available in Bangor campus. Does anyone else have any other questions just before we finish? Oh, here's another one. Okay, someone's working full time, and they want to know, you know, what days, you know, the Restart classes would be on, but how likely is it to get the Restart part time in Downpatrick, Ellie? So, it's available part time in Downpatrick, isn't it?
It is. It's a Monday and Wednesday during the day in Downpatrick. If it runs at night, and so far I've got 4 inquiries for night, so I would need probably another 4 inquiries or to take it to a class that makes it viable for me. And if it's at night in Downpatrick, it'll be a Wednesday and Thursday evening.
Thank you. Okay, someone's asking how to book on. The careers team are more than happy to assist you and talk you through this process, okay? Basically, it's applications are completed online, so you have to go on to the course description on the website and add your chosen course plus the campus you wish to attend into your basket, and then you have to register for an account with SERC and then complete the online application form. If you need assistance with this, email careers@serc.ac.uk. One of us will get back to you and contact you by phone to talk you through this, so we can be with you every step of the way while you do that. And then if there's any sort of IT issues with regards to that, we can contact the IT department and customer services to get you sorted out, okay? So definitely get in touch with us if you have any issues with making the application. Okay. No further questions in now. So, if everyone's happy enough, we'll probably end the session now. So definitely get in touch with us via email. If there was something you wanted to ask but didn't want to type it into here, and you've got a bit more detail to provide us with, okay? So thank you very much for attending, and thank you Ellie and Shirley for presenting this morning. We're going to finish this now then, okay? Thank you.
Thank you now.
Thank you, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye.